Alright, y'all. Here we are. This is going to be my first time using OBS to stream on YouTube, so let's see how that goes. Let me just check and make sure that hooked up correctly. Live. Okay, sweet. I am live. One watching. Okay, thank you, whoever is watching. CJ! Hey, how you doing, girl? Okay, let's see. Let me figure out how to share the link for this to my Discord so that the others may join. And see if I can't bring this window forward so I can monitor the chat. Hi, good luck. Things didn't go so well for me last time I tried to use OBS. Still a work in progress, but hey, Striker. Ice King, nice to see you, man. What's up? Saw you were streaming, had to come join the fun. Excellent. Okay, well, first order of business before we get into editing, I'm gonna play the trailer for Wreckers Penance Part 1, if y'all don't mind. Hi, Michael. Hey, Marvelous. What's up, guys? Alright, so kick off with the trailer, and then we'll dive into editing, Q&A, random good times, what have you.
I wanted to do this my whole life.
Yeah, okay, I'm kind of nervous.
Should the mission fail or your key members be captured or killed, Autobot High Command will disavow all knowledge of your actions.
Wait, what?
The only plan that we got here is to finish the mission and not die.
Let me guess. You thought the Wreckers would look great for your service record.
We get a chance to right a lot of wrongs here.
He's a kid.
Then you better hope you trained him well.
So, it begins.
I'm here because I made a mistake. Call it penance.
Yes, shout out to Striker for voicing Springer. This is a series, right? It is a trilogy. It was actually just meant to be a feature film, but I made it too big. And after realizing that I had created a monster, I trimmed it into a trilogy to appease it. Yep, 3-part movie. Was going to be a singular movie, but had to trim it into a 3-parter to Tame the Beast. I love RC's voice so much, it's actually perfect. Thank you. That is, well, the username for her is Bubba Marvin, but that is my sweet mother, who used to narrate audiobooks for the blind. So she has a little bit of voice acting experience under her belt. Let's see. See if I can switch the tabs. Such is the life of a creative person, turning one project into multiple because passion. The Springmeister. Honestly, real. Let's see. Can I pull up the window for the chat? Like on the side here? Perhaps. Perhaps I can. How does one move this window? Ha! There it is. Pardon me while I fumble around with OBS. That's your mom. No wonder you came out so sweet and lovely. Aw, CJ. You are too sweet. Yeah, I like the trailer and the music that you used for it. Got me hype. Sweet, Michael. Glad I did that. When I was workshopping this the absolute first thing I wanted to do besides choose the cast of Wreckers Penance was to use exclusively 80s hair metal covers for the promotion and like the main battle songs. Actually got the inspiration from Grantman filmmaker who uses a lot of 80s rock covers in his War of the Matrix series, like Kickstart My Heart, Welcome to the Jungle, all that. Also wanted to recommend a show to y'all if y'all are interested. Creature Commandos first episode is out for free on YouTube and it's actually pretty good. I didn't know it was for free on YouTube. I started watching an episode of it last night while I was editing. And honestly, I don't know why it just didn't like grab my attention. I don't know if that's just me being picky, but that was my experience with it. Okay, so if you aren't part of the cast of Wreckers Penance and you don't know what happens, you may get minor spoilers from watching this stream. Promise it won't be anything so major that it'll spoil the end. And don't forget this song, I Remember by Phil Collins. You know, that's a Phil Collins song I've actually never heard before. Shockingly. Hang on, let me mute my Discord. I forget my Discord is chirping away here. Let's see. Go to mute tab. Yeah. So I cannot tell you how many times I've like heard video recordings from people and Striker, I think it's smart marketing to let people see the first episode for free and then decide if they want to watch it later. Prince, hello there. I didn't expect to stream this early, lol. Honestly, I didn't either, Prince. I got down a rabbit hole of researching how to make my streams better, and I got down a rabbit hole of researching how to make my streams better and cleaner. Sup, Ice King? Okay, I'm still here. I'm just busy. Oh, that's good. You can turn it on in the background. Glad I can be your ASMR for this. But, oh my gosh, what was I gonna say? Where was I? Stream this early, Prince. Yeah, I didn't expect to stream this early anyway, but I was looking for ways to make the stream better, more coherent. I looked back on my old stream and we did have a fun time, but I cringed internally. So I'm working on making it a little bit smoother. Still want to be off the cuff as far as talking about it goes and like the content of the stream, but wanted it to be less messy than like tilting my webcam down and trying not to show my face while I watch the chat from a separate device because I don't want to show my face. So this is the result so far. Striker, speaking of Grantman Films, I think he and you are the two big ones that made me want to do my own Wreckers project. Oh, that's cool. I did not expect to be one of your inspirations, but that's very flattering. Thank you. I want to make a Transformers What If series, but I never have all the characters. Dude, honestly, you are real for that. Let's see. Luca, what's up, my man? Welcome in. Let's see. Okay, so we're at the part he kind of sneaks up on her. So I want to add like that little swoosh sound. I'm always missing Sentinel or something. See, I'm missing Sentinel too. I want to get the TF1 Sentinel, but oh my gosh. But he's coming out in like freaking May or something. So in the meantime, I've been using Vector Prime with Toxitron's head and some Seeker Null Race as a stand-in for Sentinel Prime. Before that, it was just Vector Prime with the black Sharpie tape over him for a faceplate. So yeah, you just make do with what you have. Striker, I watched Praxus Run before I auditioned, so of course you're an inspiration. Oh, that's cool. I didn't realize you watched Praxus Run before you auditioned. I mean, it makes sense the more I think about it, but like, that's really cool that like you already knew who I was and was like, that's cool. I want to be a voice actor for something like that. Where are my footstep audios? Because there's specific footstep audio in this bit of TFP footsteps that has a little swoosh whoosh. Actually, because of the trailer, got me thinking my Autobots versus the Wreckers. And my Autobots are like pissed because Impactor didn't kill Overlord. Oh, dang. That would be something interesting to see. Okay. So I'm going to turn up this footstep sound. Because there's a specific footstep sound in this. There it is, that little swoosh. Yeah, I watched Praxus Run, I subscribed, I saw the casting call, I auditioned. Excellent. Well, I'm glad you did, because now we are where we are today. CJ, yeah, I've been watching Strong Arm clips to practice getting better with her voice myself. Yeah, no, that's good. I really want to see Strong Arm in a sequel to Wreckers Penance. Don't want to spoil too much about the ending, but I want to see Prowl in Wreckers Penance, having Strong Arm as kind of a ride along, like as his peppy little ride along. They called the Autobot Mayhem Suppression Squad. There's an okay, Mayhem Suppression Squad. That's cool. Striker, this is the first big project I've been in so far. I'm very flattered you called it big. I don't consider it big myself. Maybe that's just me being modest. But like, I started this channel a year ago because I posted a 15-minute stop motion that I filmed in 3 weeks with nothing but a dream and a prayer. Okay, now I can isolate that little swoosh. So I want it to sound like she's kind of whipping around. Most of the editing, at least for this part, is just sound design. Marvelous was really honored to voice Ratchet in Praxus Run. Really like that film. Looking forward to seeing this film. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, Marvelous voiced Ratchet in the end scene of Praxus Run. Did a phenomenal job, and I would love to cast Ratchet in some more projects going forward just to hear Marvelous's awesome performance. Michael C. is the name I came up with in my OC team. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. So is it like a what-if version of the Mayhem Attack Squad, but the Autobots? CJ, she's so cute. She feels like a younger, slightly less emotionally secure and less damaged RC. It's like picking the lesser of two evils. She's less traumatized. That shows the rookiness. Yes. Yes. There's like a fine line. There's either like traumatized women who are like super angry, or you have Ray of Sunshine women who have never done anything bad in their lives, but they're about to have their innocence ruined. Stryker actually voiced Prime in an episode for a Friends series, supposed to voice Unicron for the project. No clue if that project's still in production. Honestly, that's fair. That does happen from time to time. It's really cool that you were cast as Unicron for something. Unicron's a tough voice to use. I was supposed to voice Overlord in the fan-made animated project. Safe to say it's not happening. Okay, that's sad. I hope you didn't record voice lines for it, so you didn't put too much blood, sweat, and tears in there. There we go, that's where the swoosh goes. Speaking of which, I saw in All Hail Megatron 1000's stop motion that he and apparently a couple other creators headcanon Overlord as having kind of a Texas accent almost. Like, he sounds kind of like this. And it's kind of eerie. Like, I never expected that from him, but it works. Is that kind of the performance you wanted to go for when you were planning on voicing Overlord? Or was it something else? Also, I've used Unicron for something else, but I don't know what the progress of that is so far. Well, hopefully, despite having worked for over a year on Wreckers Penance, I've been doing satisfactory updates for you, so you at least have ideas of where Wreckers Penance is going and when it's coming out. Striker, yes, I did provide lines for Overlord with that southern drawl. I noticed they did that to Overlord. Yeah, it's eerie. It's like off-putting. Because like I have a lot of distant relatives down south, and normally that accent is paired with like such a sweet and friendly type of vibe. But on Overlord, it's just creepy. Now, I want to do a blade draw sound effect, so I used one earlier, so I'm just going to copy and paste. I fitting I got to voice Overlord since I am Southern. Yo, I didn't know you were Southern. You would never tell doing your voice lines. You hide if you have an accent, you hide it very well. If you don't have an accent, that's fair, honestly. Like my dad spent a lot of time in the South with Southern parents. He does not have an accent, so I can see if you wouldn't have an accent, but if you do, you hide it very well. CJ, there's no in between with women. This franchise racing from IDW, RC, Skybound Alita as far as feral animals and Windblade Strong Armor Chromia's bubbly ass kicking sweethearts. A Southern fam, let's go. Yo, a lot of Southern people here. I was honestly expecting some of y'all to be from like Australia or Canada. There's a lot of people that are Australian or Canadian in like this Transformers collecting slash stop motion world. MP Cons obviously being the big one, repping Australia. From South myself, so it gets a Calgore smile out of me. Hate that I say howdy unironically. I say yo. I say yo a lot or sup, and I think that's just something that college did to me. Because I sound like a bit of a streamer sometimes, the way I talk, and I literally think that's just college and being chronically online. Accent's a mixture of southern, northern, and many other things. People say I have a Kansas accent. I can't tell if they're right or not. I've never thought of Kansas people as having an accent. Making a Bumblebee film that touches on him suffering from depression and PTSD feels like Bumblebee in my universe would be different from a lot of other people's universe. Hey, that's fair. Honestly, Marvelous, that's fair. Especially given how young Bee is when he's thrown into the war. Like, most canons put him as having been born in the war. He knows nothing else but that. So I can see how he would struggle with it. Sound off, what parts of the South you from? Florida woman here, we fight gators and eat taters. Okay, that is hilarious. Never heard that before. My dad's from Florida. I currently live in the Southwest, but I've kind of lived all over. Watched a lot of TV shows with many different accents. Maybe it was impressionable. They kind of stuck, and I'm stuck with them. Nice. I've personally been told I have an accent twice in a bookstore. Personally, I can't hear it. I think we can never hear our own accents, but that's fair. Still trying to get my Wreckers episode done as well. Oh yeah, Prince, I forgot. You and Marvelous both have Wreckers projects that you're working on, right? Everything's turning up Wreckers, which honestly, not a bad thing, because my YouTube studio for like the past 3 or 4 months has been telling me that Transformers stop motion Wreckers has been trending under similar searches to my typical video traffic. So as long as Transformers stop motion Wreckers keeps trending, I'll probably get a lot of traffic from that. Michael C., I'm from Florida too. Nice. Striker, I'm from Mississippi. So we don't have naturally thick accents, but if I get too into it, the accent gets thicker, honestly. Fair. Ice King, I'm back. Welcome back, Ice King. Okay, that little sheen is a little off. Turn it up. Started debating on my Wreckers project right now. I sort of want to get my Bumblebee project out first. Such is the way of an artist. We flit from project to project, wondering which one is more worthy of the world's attention and our own personal satisfaction first. Like after Wreckers Penance, I had planned to put out the next installment in Optimus Prime's journey post Praxus Run. But given my current hyperfixations and the way I want to lay out the story, now I'm thinking after this I want to do a Jazz and let's see, the Orion Pax and Alita origin story / War Dawn / Orion Pax and Megatron origin story, like that whole kind of how the war starts thing. I want to do that. And I want to do a Jazz and Prowl origin story, like early into the war. And then a Wreckers sequel, and then flip back to Optimus Prime. Let's see. Hey, Michael C., let's go. Currently in Orlando before going back to college in Pensacola. They get out of the house all the time. They have to get them before they get my dogs. Oh, shoot. Yeah, we like have snakes here, but they're only ever a problem when it's like truly hot outside. But you know, we just coexist with them. Like they're diamondback rattlesnakes. They're the most poisonous rattlesnake in the U.S. continent. Not continent, in the U.S. of A. But yeah, we just chill with them. Like they chill outside the dentist's office, outside the library, in the driveway. Like we just live and let live. That's my Wreckers project. Episode's taking me way too long though. Honestly, don't give up. This has taken me over a year, and I've lost motivation plenty of times. Took a good pep talk from Singer 228 Productions to get me past the fight scene that I've been dreading, and it's still the part I'm wrapping up filming last. My record is fighting one for half an hour. You fought a snake for half? That's crazy, Striker. In my universe, Bumblebee is actually more grown up and mature. Oh, interesting, Marvelous. Maybe you'll do mature Bumblebee more justice than Robots in Disguise did. Not a ton of shade. Robots in Disguise was decent, but it's definitely not my favorite. Striker, current greatest battles in job market. Honestly, mood. Big mood. Greatest battles with my wallet. Amen. I'm from Mississippi. It's always hot down here. Okay, that's fair. I've never actually been to Mississippi, but I've visited Florida, and it's always warmish there, even in the winter. I've had a few rattlers in my yard as a kid. Don't have rattlesnakes, we have cottonmouths. Oh, yikes. More of what we have doesn't have my house in the middle of the woods. Dad got into a fight with a big old black racer when I was a kid. Oh gosh. So we're basically in Snake Central. That's crazy. We all just have like casual snake encounters. It's just a part of our lives. Marvelous. I want to work on this Bumblebee project, but I have to get Legacy Slipstream still in order to complete it. Yeah, I also make plans that include figures I don't yet have. I've been trying to get better about it so I can actually work on my projects, but it is a struggle bus because they keep coming out with good figures. I feel like I should add some footsteps down here. Shift these down. For my Autobot team, basically what happens is they're mad at the Wreckers. They allowed Overlord to live. When Overlord is captured, he breaks out. Yeah, you can't like capture Overlord is what I've determined. You gotta like kill him where he stands. In the immortal words of Mace Windu, he's too dangerous to be left alive. Gotta find the right footstep sound. Shing. Chop that up. Dogs are too stupid to realize staying away from snakes is a smart idea. Yeah, my dogs are they have a healthy fear of snakes, but oh, bye, Ice King. It's nice having you on the stream, man. Marvelous. I have to head off now. It's late. Can't wait to watch the rest of the stream later. Cool. I'm flattered that people want to come back and watch me ramble as opposed to interacting with me live. I don't consider myself the most engaging speaker ever, but maybe I'm okay. I'm not sure. Their leader mode is an Autobot Gladiator. Autobot Gladiator. You know, I've always toyed with the concept of an Autobot Gladiator. Like, I feel like the concept that all gladiators were Decepticons is not the most. It's very polarizing, is the word I'm looking for. Like, there could have been Autobots who were gladiators who still decided to join the Autobots. And that's kind of my headcanon of what Alita 1 was before the war. She was a gladiator. And that's actually how she met Orion Pax. Let's see. Deluxe Legacy is now $20. Legacy Knockout. But the urge. Knockout's. He's decent. He's a little flimsy. If you have 86 Jazz, he's a lot like 86 Jazz. Marvel Comics Optimus was a gladiator. Really, was he? I have not really read much in the way of Transformers Marvel Comics, although I've heard good things about them. Fem Warrior and my wife librarian go burr. Okay, that's funny. CJ, I recommend skipping Spadmole for Knockout, and I don't know if it's just maybe QC is pathetic. Yeah, the QC it varies a lot. Marvel Comics UK Optimus, at least. Okay, I know even less about the UK one than I do about the US one, so that checks out. Turn up this little servo whirring sound. I know Pride saves Sunstreaker from getting killed by Megatron. Oh, cool. Cool. I did not realize that was a thing. I should go and see if readallcomics.com has the old Marvel and Marvel UK Transformers comics. McFeely is a godsend for TF knowledge. Yes, I love watching Chris McFeely's basics on Transformers videos. I feel like I get a lot of information about obscure characters that way. Whenever I get a character that I don't know a lot about, like a figure of that character, I do two things. I go to Prime versus Prime, and I see what he likes and doesn't like about the figure, so I can get a good idea of what the figure's like. Either Prime versus Prime, sometimes Charlotte Prime, it depends. And then I go over to Chris McFeely's channel and I check out the basics on that character so I have an idea of their history. Let's see. State Games, Sunset Prime was a gladiator. Oh, cool. CJR8. It's probably going to be a silky question, but you mentioned Prowl being around, so we're going to see at least any hints of Prowl C in this series. have got to hear this perfect voice flirting. Um, I'm thinking in the Wreckers Penance sequel. Uh, I still haven't settled on a name for it. Possibly Wreckers Loose Ends, maybe Wreckers Atonement. Although it's kind of the same as Penance, isn't it? Like redemption, maybe would be a better word. Still workshopping it. I have a Google Doc that just has like drabbles of where the story should go on that one, but I do want probably um, Read All Comics has American Marvel Comics missing a lot of the UK issues. I mean, a lot. Uh, Fun fact: Thunderclack is a merchant in the Wings universe. Oh, really? Okay, time for some footsteps. Yeah, Strong Arms can see her folks get together. Oh my gosh, I didn't even think about that. It'd be hilarious if she was like technically adopted by Prowl and RC. Although I honestly think the War Chronicles universe RC would find Strongarm a lot harder to stand than Prowl. I think Prowl would at least have some sympathy for the fact that Strongarm is a lot like him, or a lot like what he used to be when he was young, super rigid and naive. UK Marvel Comics went over 300 issues. Holy cow. I do know the Wreckers and Impactor got introduced in the UK Marvel Comics. And something about Galvatron and Ultra Magnus having beef. That's the extent of my knowledge. I think Read All Comics only has between 17 and 50. Oh, wow. Yeah, they do deal in newer comics, but I have been using them to read IDW stuff and to catch up on Skybound, which, no spoilers, but the latest issue was really excellent. John Trigger being a glider does not surprise me because Megatron's Origins, he was with a crowd of cons. Yeah, honestly, I also want to do like a shorter, like not like a full feature-length film, but like still one with voice acting and all that, where like Sunstreaker and Sideswipe are on like some kind of errand mission, escort mission, something like that, and they find they find an abandoned new spark, and they basically have to take care of the new spark and like bicker over how to get the new spark back to its caretaker using the caretaker's tracker chip. But I thought it would be funny, kind of like Three Men and a Baby type deal, but Sideswipe and Sunstreaker, and also War. So I feel like that would be fun. I feel like probably like, this is mini me and I won't let her be damaged like I was. Larcy's like, I effing hate kids, but I love my BF and my BF loves his daughter Scrap. And also, you were shocked the UK Comic Con people can criticize Simon Furman for a lot of things, but you can't say he doesn't have a lot of ideas. I mean, from my understanding of it, Simon Furman is basically like one of the founding fathers of Transformers lore. MTO, made to order. Michael, what's the context of MTO made to order? Are we just like starting a new topic, or did I miss some context there? Frankfurt surprised. Um, I'm not sure how you mean surprised, Frankfurt. Uh, Thank you for your nice comment on my videos. I appreciate it. Strike Friend, that man single-handedly ran Marvel UK Comics as a weekly series for years and took over American from 55 to 80. Good grief. He started IDW all the way to Maximum Dinobot. That's crazy. You know, it's 1 in the morning where I live, don't you? I don't. Honestly, I have no idea where you live. I don't make a habit of of tracking down where people live. I just stream when I'm able, and whoever's able to join joins. But thank you for joining me where it's 1 a.m. I sincerely hope you don't have to get up early in the morning. He wrote 84 Secrets and Lies and Regenerations. Oh, cool. That's kind of what I meant by surprise. Okay, yes, I am a little surprised then, but I am grateful. Basically, both Autobots and Decepticons needed more bots. IDW. Oh, yeah. No, I know what MTOs are. I was just curious if we were like starting a new conversation, or if you had made some reference about MTOs early on in the chat that I missed. So many modern day. Oh, okay. So what you're saying is Simon Furman came up with the MTOs. He didn't create the series, but he's basically the godfather of Transformers. Yeah, that's kind of my understanding, even though I don't have a lot of direct experience with what Simon Furman does. That's my understanding, is that he kind of brought up a lot of the Transformers ideas. Okay, too soon on that servo. So too late on that servo. So scroll it back a little. Okay, if I recall, there's another servo. Servo movement here. But you kind of remind me of the stop motion gods like Joe Powell, Jack Butchram, Grant Pierce, Levistar, and Lazy Eyebrow. Yo, Sprightford, are you serious? That is the highest compliment you could have given me. I freaking love those guys with all of my heart. They are my biggest inspiration, and the fact that I remind you of them is okay. You are bringing me close to tears, my man. That is a very high praise, and I appreciate that a lot. Scoot. Time for another servo sound. Try to add like low servo sounds into the background to just add a little bit of extra oomph. Servo sound is too late. Damn, we got a compliment. Damn dudes, we got a compliment. No tears, I hug. Damn dudes, we got a compliment her more. Let's let this woman realize how loved she is. You might make me explode, CJ. I am just warning you now. You might make me explode with happiness. Digital hugs. Heck, even on the Rise stop motion goers like Superior Productions, All Hail Megatron, even Fort Max Friends, who I think I'm becoming friends with. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Fort Max is awesome. Is you're talking about the same guy who does like the cool voice acting stuff, right? He's awesome. You got the glue ready. Oh my gosh. There may not even be enough pieces to glue together. I will really explode that far and that wide. I'm super flattered. I've always wanted to be as good as the big ones someday. I don't think I'm there yet, but I want to try for it every day. And I'm glad there's people who think that about me. Just makes me want to meet all the buddies in person at the cons I'm saving up for. Honestly, I don't know how much I'd ever save to go to a con, because then I'd feel obligated to cosplay, and then that's money in itself. Uh, then I'd obviously spend money on all the stuff that's at the conventions, and then I'd obviously spend money on meeting actors and writers and whatnot. So yeah, uh, Yeah, it's a lot of money. I don't know if I'd sink a lot of money into going to a con until I'm more financially stable. Currently, this is a cheaper passion of mine, the stop motion. Um, come hell or high water, I will get all the pieces. Thank you, Striker. Yes, I am that good, and yes, that was a Rotor Storm reference with I am that good. Nice. Wrecker. Last Stand of the Wreckers for the win. That is one of my biggest inspirations for like the storyline and how the characters interact with each other. Optimus Prime, saw your trailer, very awesome. Can't wait for the series upcoming that you're making. Thanks, Optimus. I appreciate it. Frankfurt, he literally got the Jason Good Godchild to voice OP himself. Yeah, Big Leagues Prime V8. No frickin' way. Wherever he is, mysteriously nobody knows. CJ, understandable. Someday I'll be able to financially afford who I am personality wise. Yeah, if I were a millionaire, this problem would be solved. But then probably half the world would hate me for being a millionaire. So you take the good with the bad. Frankfurt, holy spoof. Brandon's here. Wait, who's Brandon? I have no idea who Brandon is. Let me check. Let me check my stream because now I'm curious as to who this Brandon is. Hmm. Oh, Optimus Prime. Okay, you're Brandon. You're Brandon. Okay, that makes sense. Dropping secret identities in the chat. That's why I don't know who you are. Feel like we might see Bludgeon in your Wreckers sequel. Prince, did you time travel just to tell me that here and right now? Because how the frick did you know? Any of y'all watch Comic Story? No. Sounds like they go into like the history of like comic runs, though, if I had to guess. Do you recommend? Frankfurt. Bingo. He voiced in a few videos by me and my friend Shay. We do quite swell too. Oh good, okay. Glad to hear that. Well, if any of y'all want to do voice acting for me, my Discord server in the link in my bio is always open. I'll do open casting calls in them when I'm ready for new voice actors. Um, Optimus Prime, no worries. I do have a Transformers series in the works. That's a crossover. It's been in the works since 2017. 2017? Okay, and I thought I was taking a long time. That is dedication, my friend. I can't wait to see how that turns out. Prince Productions, just a hunch, lol. Well, I guess that makes sense because in Autovember Day 10, I confirmed that Bludgeon trained RC, although RC uh, declined to join him in becoming the Decepticons. Um, in becoming a Decepticon. So yeah, I guess I did that to myself a little bit there. But good guess, Prince. Very good. Time for another servo. Honestly, as far as sound design goes, this scene doesn't need a lot of sound design. See Transformers Basics, still waiting for Chris to do a basis video on the hate plague, making a resurgence in Earthspark. Yeah, honestly, I watch a lot of Chris McFeely stuff. Typically, I don't like binge watch them for the sake of binging them. I just find the character topic I'm interested in. I research it via Chris McFeely. Oh, the tragic backstory, CJ. Yes, the tragic backstory. It may get more tragic. I'm not sure. Um, I saw that Brian Tyree Henry has advocated for a sequel. Okay, my AirPods died, so I changed the audio preferences to my computer microphone. Can everyone hear me now? Let's see. Okay. Can you hear me now? Let's see. Hopefully that fixes it. There we go. Yes. Okay. Yep. Yeah. Oh, there she is. That's better. Perfect. Okay. Frankfurt, or Frankfurt, not Frankfurt. Somehow my headcanon RC is a young bot still trying to cope with the war, even coping with the Decepticon butcher deadlock, and feels sorry for him, ultimately, and showing him the light. Oh, that's a cool concept. I know there was actually like a bit of a brief, like, second-hand encounter between them and Crosshair Productions' lore, which I thought was really cool. Michael C. Oh, an Overlord goes around attacking Autobot outposts left and right. Oh, shoot. Probably would get to the point where, like, they just, like, have Overlord protocols in place, I guess, huh? Alright, everyone, question. What is one trope in writing or fiction that you never get sick of, no matter how many times you see it? Honestly, a trope I'm never sick of in fiction. Oh, that's hard. I have a lot. Gosh, it's hard to pick just one. But, probably my favorite fictional trope is when a character is, like, having a bit of a breakdown or a panic attack, and their friend or their partner, like, coaxes them out of it, either gently or they're, like, kind of tough love about it. Either way, like, that's a trope that gets me. Like, it doesn't have to be romantic, it can be totally platonic, and it's still, like, it gets me every time. I did see what it could have been where Megatron survived magically. Oh, I did see that. That's the Victor Red webcomic thing. I've seen it on Instagram, yeah. Is there a trope that doesn't get old? I mean, every trope does get a little old, but, like, everyone has favorites. Okay, time for some more footstep audio. Where be the footsteps? I think it's this one. It's hard for the Autobots to stop him along with fighting cons since the Great Push. Oh, nice. That, like, the Great Push from All Hail Megatron in IDW Comics. Even Lockdown growing fond of her, looking up to the young lass, which of course makes him fully abandon his past mistakes and quit the Decepticons. Ultimately becoming, of course, Drift. Nice. That's a cool take on both Drift and RC's origins.
Okay.
Whoa, that sounded like Soundwave on steroids. Oh gosh, is the audio coming through weird on here? If so, I apologize. I'm not trying to, like...
Okay, then.
I'm not trying to, like, murder you guys or anything.
Okay, then.
What have you done, Infruno?
I think that wraps this particular scene that I'm on. Pretty funny how the exact thing happens, Panic Attack and Tailgate and RC in my series. Wheel Jazz! Welcome in, my dude. I have your Cost of War episode in my Watch Later playlist, and I will watch it tomorrow. So then the I'm Better Than You talk was extra enjoyable. Is excellent. See, here's the thing. the I'm better than you talk could have been better. Like, I understand the I'm better than you talk, like, was supposed to be, like, kind of funny in the beginning. But the I'm better than you thing, like, it was a little bit girl bossy to me. And maybe that's just a personal hang up for me. But, it always feels wrong that to be a girl boss, you have to be better than a man. Why can't you just be just as good as the man? It's a bit of a personal hang up for me. Let's see. Ironhide Studios, hello. Ironhide, how you doing, my man? I think we ran into each other in Brick Formation's stream last night. Cool. Optimus, TLS Productions did an awesome film on medics recently. I want to watch that. Once I can set aside some time, I'd like to watch that. Especially because I just found the medics figure at one of my Walgreens. Striker, not really weird, just didn't realize we'd actually be hearing the effects. I didn't either, but I don't actually know how to make it stop. Michael C. The story is mainly about Hotshot. He has to choose Autobot, Mayhem, Suppression Squad, or the Wreckers. Woo! Those are some lesser of two evils options there for the guy. Striker, oh no, that definitely felt girl bossy. Yeah, see, Alita, it's like, I'm torn about her in Transformers 1, because on one hand, she's very much, like, girl bossy, and, like, she has to be better than the boys, smarter than the boys, whatever, but, then again, I also feel like she's a good foil to D16's arc, because both of them were super invested in the system, but, Alita believed that there was a way out, sort of. She believed that she could climb the ranks, she had ambition, she wanted more. She thought the system was the only way to get it, but she had ambition and hope, even if just for herself, whereas D had sort of internalized the oppression. And so his world, I think, was more shattered than hers when Alpha Trion told them the truth. So I think she was a good foil in that way, but I think her dialogue could have been better written, because she was so rude to Orion for no reason. And maybe Orion just, like, pulls crap like that all the time, but, like, for crying out loud, like, let the man have his moment. He's trying, okay? Let's see. If you want a few tips, I suppose here, you ever thought of Alan Farrell, Trumoth, or Jay Motion in future content? Because I've seen Jay's latest role in a movie called Medics, and oh boy. Are you talking about for voice acting or for original score? Because I'd love to do both, but I'm trying to do only free stuff, so the role as Sentinel was nuts. Oh, okay, Jay Motion's Sentinel. Okay, that makes sense. I would love to have him on my stop motion. Love to have anyone, honestly. That's why I want to do open casting calls for my next stop motion, because I want to really give everyone a good crack at it, because you find some hidden talent when you just let everyone kind of audition for it at once. I love the Medics film figure, highly recommend both of them. Tropes that piss me off are the overly strong man or woman characters, or someone needing to be saved when the lesson is to save themselves. Yeah, honestly, fair. I watched your Flying Blind video a long time ago. Oh, that's cool, Ironhide. Glad to hear it. Hope you liked it. This game, I'm Better Than You was fun, but a little too modern feminism. Just let her be naturally cool. Agreed. Like, I don't think TFPRC had to state that she was better than her fellows to be cool. Striker, definitely. I like the slow burn they were going for, but I do understand that. Oh, haha, she's better. She's better than that mean. Yeah, she was mean. I'm curious to see if they're actually brave enough to go through with the romance between Orion and Alita, or Optimus and Alita now. Might be a hot take, but TF1, Skybound are finally making people see what I've seen in Alita since the beginning. See, Skybound that one's hard for me to read, because, like, Alita feels like Dark of the Moon Sentinel, and she kind of drives me nuts. Like, she seems too brutal, and maybe that's just me. I did an audio drama recently of D16's true intentions of having Sentinel in chains marched in through the mine until the spark extinguishes. Oh, dang. That's gotta be really intense to listen to. Another interesting thing about Drosty was once friends with Shadow Striker, both gladiatory trainees. Okay, that is a really cool concept. I didn't even think about that. CJ, once she foreshadowed his name and called him an inspiration, I was more willing to forgive the strong female vibes, but also her jumping into action to support him rather than taking over. Okay, fair. She just punched Shockwave in the eye and was like, shut up and listen to him. I do appreciate that. For the Autobots, they're not doing good. Like, you have to deploy Autobots to make Supreme. Yeah, I can imagine the Autobots are not in a great spot with Overlord running around like that. Wonder if they'll make Optimus and Lena in a relationship again. Unfortunately, they haven't been doing that recently. Yeah, I don't know if that's just like a modern trend, like they don't want Alita to come across as weak by being in a relationship. Closest we got was Netflix War for Cybertron, but then they frickin' pulled the Alita in the snow business on us, and we all know how that ended. Do not get me started. And they definitely want modern Hollywood will not do that. So when Drift turns to the cons, you can imagine, which it affected. Shadow Striker still thinks of her as a friend, but she thinks of him as a traitor to the cause. That's what strong relationships and a strong partner really has made me start to fall in love with them. Real kind of supportive, always wanted, yes. And herself, yeah. Striker, back to my hot take anyways. From the beginning when I first discovered Alita, I was under the impression she was a self-righteous bot who values her opinions more than anyone else. Honestly, that's fair. She like was all like Alita 1 knows no fear, but then she's also like, I'm gonna use my special power to save Optimus Prime even though it'll freaking kill me. Like, that did seem a little dumb to me. But like, you know, her character's been played pinball with so much at this point to fit the obligatory female character that they need, that I'm just kind of numb to it at this point. Like she's kind of open for interpretation at this point. She's become the new RC. Like, they need a woman, and they just pick a woman at random to cast for and they just pick a woman at random to cast for freaking Transformers stuff. Darkwing was banished with Megatron, and he treated the Cogless like garbage. Yeah, honestly, well, I don't know. I feel like Optimus might have mercy on him, but I don't know how Darkwing would figure out who to join, because he bullied both of them. Most versions of Alita have been exactly like that. See, ever since the Great Push not doing well for like 3 years, they were leaderless. Oh geez, did Optimus die or something? Striker, safe to say I've never liked Alita. Well, that's a shame. Hopefully as I expand on Alita's lore in the War Chronicles universe, maybe I could change your mind. You have a space mom and dad, and I need these robots to smooch on a 40-foot Scream. Hasbro can fight me. If you go and fight Hasbro, can you please tell them to get a better marketing team and a better PR team? Nameless user, Despacito. Despacito. That's all of the song that I know. Forgive me. Have you read the newest Skybound issue? What are your thoughts on the new Starscream story? I honestly love it. And I love that they're going with like a Starscream's Brigade route, and that he adopted an artist and a cat that feels strangely in character for Starscream. Striker, I didn't grow up with G1, so my biggest introduction was McFeely explaining her IDW counterpart. Oh, her IDW counterpart can go build a bridge and jump off it, in the words of Blitzwing. Nothing about her was IDW, they just slapped Alita 1's name on it. Like, I like a lot of things about IDW, but IDW Alita is not one of them. Fight me. Hate IDW Alita, and considering most of Alitas are like that, I hate most Alitas. Yeah, they've been making a lot of Alitas like that recently. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Like, there's a part of me that's like, despite opposites attracting, I was listening to a podcast where someone was like, opposite tendencies can attract, but if you don't have shared values, you don't have a relationship based on anything but interests and circumstance. So I feel like aligning Alita 1's values with Optimus Prime is the first step in getting them to be a good couple. Like making sure they value the same things and believe in the same things. I love to see a special power used in future continuity to save Optimus' dying confession potential. There's a good love story in here, just give it to me. There really is. There's good love stories to tell, but they don't want to tell it. Mainly make it pretty intriguing. Drift looks up to an Autobot still close with a Decepticon. Yeah, be like caught between two worlds, maybe the bridge between two worlds, who knows. RC should remain the female Transformer, not swap her out with Windblade or Alita. I agree. Windblade and Alita should be separate and unique characters. And I feel like they, just like the male Transformers, should be picked for their evergreen personality and not just have a female. They lost communication with Earth. Oh shoot, that's a shame, Michael C. The internet's doing that for me with the marketing team. Make sure there's bodies to be disposed of. Excellent, CJ. Our siege of Hasbro begins now. Ironhide, my sisters voice all my female characters. I tried to ask my sister. She refused point blank. She hates the sound of her voice on recording. So I've had to ask friends, classmates, my mom. But it's worked out pretty well so far, honestly. I only ever use Alita and things because I've gotten pushback trying to pair Prime with RC. Yeah, trying to pair Prime with RC isn't a thing for me. Like, I understand people, tried to make a thing out of it in TFP, but I don't see it. Maybe that's just, if the character had a different name, I'd see it, but I'm stubborn like that. Starscream is a theater kid. He would adopt a cat and a man who draws him. Yes, he would. A strong feeling the Mistress of Flame may return in a new series down the road. I would love to see that. I would love to see, more takes on the Mistress of Flame and, the structure of government in Caminus. I have a lot of tribals of, different AUs. Nothing that would be canon to the War Chronicles universe, but, in general. I've always had, tribals and headcanons of, the Autobots stumbling across Caminus after the exodus from Cybertron and being shocked at how different and peaceful the culture is from Cybertron, but then obviously the Decepticons go and ruin it. Best example is Regenerations. She only in that for her to die. Oh shoot, that's a shame, Striker. I say that and I killed off Alita. I'm a bit of a hypocrite. Please just give me a strong, kick-ass woman like G1, RC, and Arachnid. TFP is proof we can have good female characters. Nautica, Chromia, Windblade, even Velocity. Yes, I would like media adaptations of those women, please and thank you. In my headcanon, Alita is a commander who led her troops on the planet Eurythma. When the planet is nuked and only survivors, Alita's second in command, Trax. Oh shoot. Dude, how many people did you kill off with that nuke? Optimus and Ultra mainly run the Autobots. Oh cool. Ironhide, my sister voiced Alita, RC, and Shard. My other sister voices Windblade and Filch. Oh cool. Whom uses Alita's T-Cog adjustment to make his flight mode and rendezvous on Earth, where he'll still be till the present day. Oh, so you must have the Power of the Prime's jet, Alita, then. It's actually a pain in my butt to cast female voice actors online, but I managed to do it. Yeah, I host a females-only Discord server where we can just chill and talk about, girls things. But anytime I see people who are asking for female voice actors, I repost it to the female group chat to see if anyone will pick it up. Every now and then someone has. Decepticon scientist Shockwave here. Retro! How you doing, man? For those of you that don't know, Retro is the voice of the one and only logical Shockwave in Wreckers Penance. Anyone wish Cyberverse Windblade had an Asian accent? Like, I get why people think it's racist, but also, bro, like, you need to complain about her whole design then, too. I agree. I would love to see some more accents in there. Like, people think Asian Drift accent was racist. I don't think so. And my mom is Asian, so speaking with the Asian blood, I don't think it's racist. Hey, RC is my favorite female character and anything with Optimus is my favorite, so I wouldn't mind pairing them. Speaking of Camus, I actually had an idea to make a universe where Orion is a Camion. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Okay, I've never heard that one before. That's a good idea. I realize I'm actually talking a lot and not editing. I should probably edit while I talk. Where are my raw composites? Pova 1. Yes. Oh gosh. I wanted to edit one thing and I missed like a whole stretch of the chat. However that's said. Striker, I think it might be spelled C-A-M-I-E-N. You were close. Just replace the A with an E. Need Flame War in a TF movie or show. I do actually have plans for Flame War further down the road. I'd love to see more of Flame War. Let's see. I love how Prime simultaneously shipped RC with everyone, yet didn't pair with a single guy in the end. Let's be real though, it was Cliffjumper. It was absolutely Cliffjumper. Like, I don't even think it was Tailgate. I don't think it was anyone else. I think she had Cliffjumper. I think she's still heartbroken about Cliffjumper. And I think it would have taken like a cataclysmic event for her to actually get over Cliffjumper and be shipped with someone else. I meet up with Bumblebee, who's drifting through space and hunted by the cons where Trax saves him. Oh jeez. Bumblebee really got hit with the Optimus Prime treatment there. Did a continuation of RID 2015 where Steeljaw finds peace. Arachnid is defeated by RC. Saberhorn's arc is concluded. Megatron returns. RC is voiced by my good friend Men's Lady. 125. Oh, cool. Frankfurt finally put my Cyberverse bed to good use, as well as the buzzworthy Cybertronium Mode B. Oh yeah, actually the Cybertronium Mode B is pretty cool. I'm doing as well as a purple genocidal robot can be. Okay, you are hilarious, my friend. Have you ever seen, gosh, it was like one of those like Lego adjacent guys that do the Transformers. Oh gosh, anyway, but there was like a reel on Instagram where Shockwave was talking about how he blended up My Little Ponies into a smoothie, and he said it so casually. And I just thought of that when you said purple genocidal robot. I mean, Orion can be a bit of a demigod to the Camions, so it makes sense origin-wise. CJ, I agree. Like, and can you imagine how hard it would hit him to be named Prime? Like, he would probably, like, fangirl the heck out over the fact that he's a Prime. It's hard for Elite and other Autobot commanders to get control of a situation like Starsaber Hyperdrive. Oh, wow, cool. Is there a specific main character in Wreckers Penance? Yes, it is Springer. I try to give a little bit of spotlight to each character, but the main character is Springer. In my series, Alita is second in command instead of Jazz. Oh, cool. I've always, like, flip-flopped on that idea. And on the ideas where I have considered it, I've thought about, like, Alita being kind of insecure about it because they're bad at hiding the relationship. And so the troops talk, and they think it's, like, Optimus Prime playing favorites. And he's not. It's just the best choice for the job. Let's see. Basically, Taller One Universe series I would make if I ever got to work for Hasbro. Ryan's a transfer officer from Caminus to Cybertron, where he meets Dion as his partner. Oh, that's a cool idea. I love Flame War, the Shattered Glass comic about her. Oh, cool. The more we talk about her, the more I realize how dirty our Queen Alita has been done by our franchise. We Alita fans need to rise up. Completely, 1000% agree. We must rise. Megatron's a bot built for war, along with the majority of the Decepticons who are reduced to be minors for Cybertron after their war. Oh, cool. So going with kind of a IDW 2019 variation. I tried to find Flame War in the aftermarket. I can't. You know, Sierra 228 Productions got her as a birthday gift for me last year from Ross, of all places. Like crazily enough, he found it at Ross. Package was beat to hell, but the figure was still intact, and for that I will be forever grateful. The two even take down a resurrected Blitzwing who is revived by the mad scientist G-Axis. Oh gosh. The plot thickens. In this universe, Megatron and Orion weren't friends. Their connection is a bot called Optronix, a war-built bot. With Megatron, they were best friends from the beginning. Oh, cool. Kind of like Terminus from IDW 2005. Anyone been watching comedy ASMRs of Transformers on Instagram, or just the voice acting skits? A little bit of both. The Tarn ASMRs like creep me the heck out though. Like I can't explain to you why, but there is something about them. It's probably too much to explain here. Yeah, I mean if you want to talk through it more, feel free to pop into the writers room section of my Discord channel and just unload all your ideas. To Retro Guys, After Effects is reliable software. My broadcast only works on a budget right now. I mean, it's expensive, but I maintain a full Adobe Creative Cloud subscription for my freelance projects while I'm between jobs. So I figure I might as well make use of After Effects since I'm paying for it, whether I use it or not. I do love After Effects. Sometimes the rendering can be a bit bogus depending on what you put into it, but I love it. It's really helped me up my game, and I was practically addicted to it for Praxus Run. There's 3 chapters until other one, Origins, Earth Wars, Rise of Darkness. Nice. I say this is the plan to basically kill Orion twice before he even becomes Optimus Prime. Jeez, give my man a break. Let him be alive for a little bit, why don't you? Of course, honestly, killing Orion is a cool move though, because I actually had a little rant about this in an Instagram comments section where I basically said that a key difference in Megatron and Orion's origins is that Orion needs to come into the role of a prime, understanding that life is precious and fragile and worthy of protecting, whereas Megatron needs to come into his role as a Decepticon leader, understanding that life is an inconvenience and an obstacle, because lives were trivialized when he was a minor, and lives were an obstacle to him when he was a gladiator, because he had to take lives to rise to the top. So I think that's the biggest difference between them. Optimus should start out knowing that life is precious and fragile and to be protected at all costs, and Megatron should start out knowing that life is an inconvenient obstacle to his power. Windblade in my series hates losing not fights but loved ones. When one of her best friends dies in future chapters, she snaps and blames others for not being there to save her friend. Oh jeez, that's a shame. That's a shame. Like, I'm sure her friends are not happy about that. Oh, excuse me. Anyone else tear up reading Megatron's story in IDW? Like, red tear seeing on the table with his mouth gag got me. Not saying I'm in that situation, but similar enough. I haven't actually seen that one. You might have to like send a link to the comic in Discord, because I don't think I've seen that one. And there's Lord Zarek, who was once an organic with a brain transfer, became the Cybertronian menace we all knew. Leading his own rebel group, experiments created by Shockwave. Good grief. I'm trying to like hold all of these I'm trying to hold all of these continuities in my brain so I can remember which continuities belong to which person.
Alva's neutral.
There's a lot of stuff here ready. Okay, that's fine. No guarantee I will get to it all at once, but just throw it out there, and I'll see if I can get to it. Change it to Optimus and Thunderclash runs the Autobots. Ultra Magnus is dead. Oh shoot. Recently, I created a human OC named Ivy. She befriended the Autobots and overcome so many challenges. That's important. Overcoming challenges is essential to any human's character development. Gosh, I'm trying so hard to keep up with the chat. How many people are even in here? Like, that's freaking crazy. That's why I love and hate Tarn's voice in the skits, so it sounds like I like peeling at old leather, even though I know it's gonna get stuck under my nails and bug me. Season 1 finale, Season 3 finale, where he dies, basically gone for the majority of Season 2. Darn it! My headcanon D16 and Ariel were in a romantic relationship, and Orion had a crush but didn't say anything till D turned into Megs. Oh, so Optimus is gonna be Mr. Steal Your Girl. Damn straight. Oh, I love that love triangle jazz. Orion, life is beautiful. Megatron, kick the baby. Prince! Why doesn't you catch me off guard like that, buddy? Like, holy cow. Windblade never leaves the Autobots, actually. Okay, good. So she just blames them for stuff, and they just take it like a champ. Good for them. Retro, expanding on your question about After Effects, keyframing will be your best friend in the entire world. I love keyframing with all of my soul. It's this little thing I'm doing here with the stopwatch that'll basically automate animations based on the keyframes. Something else in my head can pretty neat. Shockwave experiment on Decepticon Conehead for Super Seeker. Ooh, Super Seeker. Prince is holding me hostage until I release Spotlight Cup. Wow. I did not mean to mispronounce that. Spotlight Cup. Prince is holding me hostage until I release Spotlight Cup. Yes, I would like Spotlight Cup, Retro. Please and thank you. At this rate, I will release Wreckers Penance long before Spotlight Cup ever shows up. Wait. Prince, Retro, you guys are friends in real life, right? Like, I've seen pictures of you guys at, like, what was it, TF Baltimore Con or something? Like, you guys actually know each other in real life. He died by Megatron's hands during Decepticon raid in Kaon. Trinix's body dies in Season 3 in a very Autocracy-style way. Basically, Autocracy. I did love Autocracy. Autocracy was good. Yeah, get ready. There's a lot. Prince, I might make a stop motion out of that. That's why Wheeljack's pain is just beginning. Retro. A stop motion of what, Wheeljack's? Keyframing is a nightmare. It can be... It's easier than I expected, because I tried getting into some traditional animation before this, and I hated it. So keyframing is nice. Yo, don't come at me, Striker. Do not. Yes, we are recently acquired Agent Knight. Oh, I want Agent Knight. He looks so cool. As for Rocklord Shard, she is extremely cocky. Nice. I didn't realize Shard was a girl when I picked her up. But, I'm really glad that she is. It's very cool. As for the Wreckers, they were their own faction connected to the Autobots, but torn after decades into the war. Holy cow. We'll just kick the baby would be a great stop motion. I keyframe on most editing apps. I use, like, CapCut. Never actually used CapCut. Like, I like After Effects enough that I use it, like, in the place of, like, where others would use CapCut, if that tells you anything. Yes, good. The kick the baby must prevail. I swear to you right now, I am going to clip audio from this live stream and make a stop motion where Megatron kicks a baby. Especially with Spotlight Cup's opening. Transformers need to get Overlord's transformation cog. Probably for the best, yeah, because Overlord splits into 2 transformations at once. CapCut is all I use. Now she fights for Optimus, holds her own against him in Chapter 5 of my series. Oh, she fights Optimus? Holy cow. Yeah, she's definitely holding her own. Damn it, people need to stop giving me animation ideas. Such is the problem with an overactive imagination. Have him kick Swindle. Swindle is not a baby. Swindle is a con man who's committed various war crimes. Only a few wreckers are around. Many are dead, like Springer. Dang it! Broadside, Firestar, Roadbuster, Topspin, Twin Twist, and Emerades Zeron. Oh jeez. Everyone's freaking dead. Kicking babies is wild AF. Maybe, like, not kick a baby. Maybe freaking kick, like, a mini-con. Like Frenzy or Rumble or something. Like, I feel like that would be slightly more acceptable. Now you know you kick a child, Retro. Wild allegations from Prince Productions. What do you have to say for yourself, Retro? I'm either gonna make him kick Bumblebee or Starscream. Kick Bumblebee. Bumblebee is the baby. We know this. Yes, Retro. Would you kick a baby? Answer, Prince. Would you? This gave me the idea to make Autobot Phase 6er Prime. Oh wow. That would be awesome if, like, Prime were Phase 6er. Theo Adams is so amazing. I even gave some reactions to Century of his channel via his Damn It Opens. Oh, cool. I want to see some more Optimus Kicks mix in the junk just for funny. Oh my gosh. I think I have seen something like that. Could not tell you where I found it, though. Maybe Rumble or Frenzy. Yes, dude, is what I was just saying. Only a few survivors, like Cup, Magnus, Hot Rod, Bulkhead, Chromia. Oh, Chromia survived. Ultra Magnus. Do Retro guy, I'd kick B. There, he admits it. He cannot kick Ravage. Yeah, otherwise Soundwave will frickin' wreck him and throw him in the lava. Okay, we all know how that ends. No, not kicking. We not kicking Bumblebee here. If Wheeljack was the baby, I would kick him. Here. B's been through enough. As well as a few I misspelt here. That's okay, we all know what you meant. Accidents happen. Like Autobot Phase 6. Yeah, although, like, that's interesting. Like, would Autobots have, like, the phases 1 through 6 type of deal? Like that is the question. Would they consider that an ethical thing to do, to have, like, the whole 6-phase type business? If anyone ever wants to see Shockwave Meg sing, made a video about that. With voice acting or, like, AI. Either way, I'd watch. Was Megatron shedding tears after their final bout of his banishment from Icon? I had to replay the scene. See, there's some debate about that, because it's like either an homage to oh my gosh, the 80s movie where that happens, or it's like actual tears, like maybe like leaking coolant or something. And Filch, she's mean to others for Team, but inside she deeply hates working for Jax, but is afraid to betray him. Real, honestly. Don't kick my Uncle Jackie, who's gonna make me peppermint schnapps as a prank. Okay, so fun fact, peppermint schnapps was actually the first alcoholic drink I had when I turned 21. I had peppermint schnapps and hot chocolate. The taste really surprised me, and I had just a little bit of it, and I was so buzzed, I kid you not, I could not play Mario Kart well, and I am considered a Mario Kart champion in my household. That is how much the schnapps affected me. Prince, you want to voice the stop motion voice acting? I don't use AI for VA work. Excellent. Glad to hear it, Striker. You've passed the test. Wheel Jazz. Sure. And share a link. How about to have quick switch? I don't remember who Quick Switch is, though. You'll have to remind me. Idle D Emulator. Sandstorm's crazy in the war. Yes. but he does like to stop once in a while. Impact are still trying to cope with the loss of Firestar, killed by former Wreckers, the Combaticons. Plot freaking twist. Sorry, did you literally say that killed by former Wreckers, the Combaticons? Like, freaking plot twist, my dude. Same, except when I was a kid, I thought it was Coco. Filch just doesn't want to leave her brother, Beast Horse Skywarp. Most likely to die in GX's submission, so she stays very conflicted. Ooh, clever, since they're the same mold. Her and Beast Horse Skywarp. Gotta be a little more precise tracking these frames. Let's try that. I have ideas for Christmas videos, it's a matter of actually getting it done. See, I'm being a little lazy. This Christmas, I'm making a compilation of all of the community participation, all the videos that people submitted for my Autovember challenge from last month, and setting it to Christmas music, and that's going to be my Christmas video. Quick Switch, Six Shot Sun's Quick Switch is a good character. Oh, cool. Six Shot Sun? With who? I have questions. Sideburn, Young Trigger, Happy Troop wishes to get back in the field, and Medic's a little shy but understands war must end for peace to exist. I don't like alcohol. TBH, get buzz. First time this year. And if I wanted to feel feverish and lose my limbs, I'd get another concussion or wisdom teeth removal. Yo. Spoiler alert, Retro will not get it done, or he'll get it done late AF. And Six Shot is peak. Hush Prince. Nah. I will almost guarantee that I will get out Wreckers Penance Part 1 before Retro gets out Spotlight Cup. Where's Reunited at, huh? I gotta go to school tomorrow. Transform a lot. Alright, bye Michael. Bye Striker. Your mic is cutting in and out, girly pop. Oh shoot, that's a shame. You'll definitely get Wreckers Penance out for Retro. Why must you pain me? Night. Yeah, honestly, I'm probably gonna hop off stream too. I do have stuff I gotta do tomorrow. But first, let me save my file. Because I would hate to wipe out this hard work. Let's see, this is scene 4. This is 3.41. That's what this is. And yes, I have a super strict numbering system for all of this. I might just fall asleep listening to this. Suffer, Retro, suffer, Congo, wee! He does. He got freaking blown back. I gotta add blast effects in there at some point. Might just fall asleep listening to this. Aw, CJ. Appreciate the offer to be your ASMR voice, but I'm probably gonna call it here in a second too. My series only started off as a one-off video. Now it became a series. Well, that's very cool. Okay, well, before some of you go, for your patience, would you like to preview a little scene from Wreckers Penance? Firestarter's Revenge is Bruticus. Holy cow. Alright. Okay, CJ says alright. What do the rest of you guys think? Those of you that are still in the chat, do you want to see a little scene from Wreckers Penance before we go. Alright, good night, Michael. Yes. Okay, CJ says yes. I don't know how many people are still left in the chat, but watching you be good at using OBS is killing me. I did like an hour and a half of research before I started this stream, if I'm being totally honest. Yes, we shall see another scene. Go on. Yes. Okay. I'm gonna start another scene. Yeah. Just had to make sure I was on the right tab, otherwise this all would have been for naught. I'll show you RC's flashback scenes. My first stream of yours, and I subbed to you today also. Ironhide, thank you, I appreciate it. Your mic's glitching. Shoot, is it? Okay, that I'm not actually sure how to fix. Alright, but I'm gonna start the preview now. If audio quality is a little scuffed, don't worry about it. That just means audio quality will sound all the better when you see it for real.
What have you done, Inferno?
You can walk away, Tailgate. You, RC, the whole squad can get off easy if you just keep your mouth shut.
Autobots are dead because you sold information to the cons. There's no getting off easy. I'm calling Lieutenant Jazz.
I wouldn't. I'm sorry you had to see that, RC. Think about this. The allegations against me died with Tailgate. You have no proof. Walk away now, and I will see to your promotion and immediate transfer.
Sergeant RC, you are under arrest for the murder of your squad mate, Tailgate, and your commander, Inferno.
Alright, and that was your little preview. As I stated before, you intrigued me, lass. Why, thank you. No, Tailgate. Yes, Tailgate. But shout out to Epsilon Studios as Inferno, TF Crossroad Productions as Tailgate, Bubba Marvin as RC, and Joshua Morales as Jazz. But I'm really enjoying doing these streams, y'all. And if you're wondering why I'm calling you last, I'm half Scotty. That makes sense. I was curious if I should ask about that or not. I figured you might be Scottish. But no, I've been having a lot of fun with these streams. It's a damn good Jazz voice. Thank you. That is Joshua Morales. You can find him... Here, I'll put his handle in here. You can find him at Jampmore TV. He also voiced Jazz in... oh my gosh. What's that? That new Transformers 3D animated one. Not the Galvatron's Revenge one. It's not that one. It's the... Hang on, let me see if I can find it on YouTube. Transformers Till All Are One. I want to say it was called like Till All Are One or something. Oh yeah, the Name Brand Company Cybertron Falls series. Joshua Morales voiced Jazz in that, and he's voicing Jazz in my film. And I hope he can reprise his role for Jazz in the next film because he did a really good job. But yeah, thank you for questionably aged son alone. Yeah, I always figured he was maybe like 19, maybe at most. But yeah, this has been a really fun chat. Enjoyed doing my editing and keeping up with y'all, even though I'm actually procrastinating on animation by going down this rabbit hole of editing and working on OBS. So I hope you guys had a good time, and I will see you next time. Till all are one.